Soon, but I'd like to welcome everybody to Washington Labs North. Here is our facility where we do safety and environmental testing. Washington Labs has been in existence forever. Well, 89 is when we started down in Gaithersburg. And we've been up here for about 10, 15 years now doing different things. Bless you. I'd like to introduce some of the staff. We have Sam Violette's going to be giving a presentation first. Then Corey's going to come behind him and talk about some of the vibration or some of the environmental things we do. We have the lovely ladies, Laverne and Kim, that are here to help out with anything if you got any questions. To get started, I'd like to introduce again Sam. Sam's going to give us a little bit of information about drones and autonomous vehicles and what kind of testing you might expect to see.
Right. Well, as we all know, drones are going to be real hot. By the year 2020, Goldman Sachs estimates it's going to be a $200 billion industry. So there's still a lot of rules and regs that are a little bit murky, and people are still trying to figure these things out. And the safety aspects of a drone coming in and delivering a burrito, is it going to cut the guy's hand off with the propellers, going to be safe and whatnot. But I'm going to go ahead and, someone on the laptop right now?
Yeah, I got it.
Talk about just some of the general rules, the FAA rules. We also have some previous project experience with NASA, Raytheon, U.S. Army, Air Force and Navy, Westinghouse, Hughes, and 500 other individual clients we work with. And here's a picture of Corey doing our combined TEP and vibe, and we'll be back there and showing you the vibe table pretty soon. Go to the next slide. Our sectors are communications, medical, defense, R&D, energy, architectural, which Steve Koster already introduced about our CE marks and whatnot. Next slide. So, some drone basics. The FAA registration is required for drones for over about half a pound. You can go to the website right here and go ahead and register your small UAV as long as it's over half a pound. There's over 460,000 registrations in the system worldwide, so people are using it, people are actually registering their drones and being legal about it, which is a good way to be. Next slide. So some stuff from the website while you're registering. I will fly below 400 feet. You're not allowed to go over 400 feet. This drone is actually rated to about 1,500 feet, so it can go well over that. I will fly within a visual line of sight. I will be aware of FAA airspace requirements, as the URL link goes. I will not fly directly over people. I will not fly over stadiums and sport events. I will not fly near emergency response efforts such as fires. I know they've had an issue with that. And I will not fly near aircraft, especially near airports, and I will not fly under the influence. So next slide. So no drinking and droning, not allowed, don't do it. Sounds fun. Next slide. So there are no drone zones, especially with us being so close to DC. It's a 30-mile radius, or diameter, and no drones around the airports. So here you got the DC area. This is straight from the FAA website. So next shot. So we tried flying our drone in McLean, which is right here outside of Arlington, and within the 15 miles of Reagan, and the drone will actually not fly. It knows where it is. It's in GPS mode and it won't take off. So next slide. And here's basically the warning it gives you. Geosystem, the drone is in a restricted zone. Flight is not allowed. And we had one instance where it actually flew for about 30 seconds and it landed itself. So don't even try it, just don't. All right, next slide. So you have flying for fun, which you pay $5 to the FAA and you get your FAA number. And then you have a little printout card and you have to keep it in your wallet while you're flying as a hobbyist. But if you're going to be flying for work, there's a different there are different rules and regulations for that. So you got to review Title 14 of the Code of Federal Regulations, Part 107. So we'll just kind of quickly go through that. Next slide. So here these guys flying for work, and people are using drones for inspecting, like roof inspections, lines, cable lines, and it's turning into a whole different method of inspection. Next slide. So just some general, not a complete list of Part 107 summary. Unmanned aircraft must weigh less than 55 pounds. Visual line of sight. At all times, a small unmanned aircraft must remain close enough to remote pilot command, meaning you can't just fly off the FPV, the first person view, and have it out of sight, which it has full capability to do that. Small unmanned aircraft may not operate over any person who is not directly participating in operation. Daylight operations only, must yield right of way to other aircraft. Maximum ground speed of 100 miles per hour, maximum altitude 400 feet. So not really much different from just the hobbyist side of the FAA rules. Next, minimum weather visibility of 3 miles. Operations class B, C, D, and E of airspace are allowed within the required ATC permission. Operations in class G airspace are allowed. No persons may act as a remote pilot in command for more than one unmanned aircraft operation at one time. No operations from a moving aircraft. No operations from a moving vehicle. No careless or reckless operations, and no carriage of hazardous materials. Next slide.
You see the drones at the halftime show at the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
The Lady Gaga thing?
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah, that's Intel is doing that stuff.
Yeah. Well, I heard they filmed that before and then brought it in. Like they didn't actually do it live because of the rules here. You can't fly over the stadium.
Yeah.